Hello and welcome. This is going to be another one of my watch reviews. This is going to be the review of the Casio G-shock GW7900B-1. Okay, it's basically the GW7900, but all in black with a negative display. Okay, now this watch I've had for about 2 years. Okay. It's lasted me that long. It's very comfortable. It's probably the most comfortable G-shock I own. Okay, and we'll go into that a little bit later. So we'll just talk about the display and the overall like fit and finish and things like that. Okay, so straight away you can see that it's got a nice negative display with this kind of white writing around the sides and on the light. It's got some writing on the display. Okay, I am sorry about the reflections. Okay, but this is just the way it goes. All right, I've tried to eliminate them as much as possible. All right, and I know it's a pain, but there we go. Okay, so you can see the writing. Okay, all the way around. It's got these nice metal steel screws. Rather than the other model, the one down from this, I forget the name, but that's got plastic instead of these metal screws, and I'd never buy one with the plastic type screws, always with these metal ones. Okay, so we'll look at the strap. It's a very nice strap. Yes, it's only a single clasp, single buckle strap, but it has these wings. Okay. Now these wings are removable, as you can see, but this is why it's the most comfortable G-shock. Yes, it does ride quite high on the wrist, but when you put it on, as you can see, those wings kind of contour and help with the comfortability of the strap. Okay, they kind of feed the strap around your wrist. Okay, and making it very comfortable. Okay, if it didn't have those, well, obviously it would be less comfortable because you've got quite a high wearing watch, and these straps, well, the watch wouldn't sit as comfortably. Okay, it's difficult to explain, but it's a very comfortable watch to wear. Okay, and the strap is quite decent. Okay, just show you the back of the watch case. So there we are, made in Thailand. GW7900. Okay. The buttons are nice. I think they're plastic, okay, rather than rubber or anything like that. They've got some traction, and they're just quite easy to operate. It's a very easy watch to operate. We'll go through some of the features now. Okay, so this watch is solar powered. It's a tough solar watch. Okay, it's multiband 6, as you can see there, which means it gets its time automatically every night at about 12 to 3 o'clock in the morning. It just updates itself. There's a receiving indicator there. It's quite a small thing, just shows you the signal strength. It's got this kind of tide indicator here, telling me what the tide's at the moment, and then it's got this moon indicator, moon phase indicator as well. Okay, you've got the normal time there, and you've got the day, and you've got the date, okay, and the month obviously, and then you've got this little second timer circle part here. Okay, the reflection is probably worse because it is a negative display, I would say. Down here you've got your power save and your charge level, low, medium or high. You've got your receiving button, or your start stop. You've got your reverse or split reset button, your adjust button, and your mode. Okay, and here the big G here is your light. It's very decent light. Okay, I don't know whether I've activated the auto luminescence, but it probably won't go on. But this does have auto luminescence. Okay, and where you tilt the watch and the light would come on automatically. Very handy feature, maybe if you're driving, but you probably look at the dashboard. Anyway, so this is the mode button here. So there's the tide. Okay, it's telling me 6 o'clock. That's when I believe it's low tide in the morning. Then we go there, and that's your world time. So that's set for Los Angeles. Got your alarm. Okay, I do believe that it has 4 daily alarms and 1 snooze alarm. Got your stopwatch. So start, stop, reset. You've got your timer. Okay. You've got your, and then you're back to the start. Okay, so it's quite a simple functioning watch, but it's quite discreet, quite tactical looking, I suppose. The display is not that bad to read. At night in low lit rooms and things, I suppose it is quite difficult, but if you've been outside adventuring all day, I suppose, and you're, you know, the battery has had sufficient charge, I just stick the auto luminescence on, and then you know, and if you're in an unlit room, you can just tilt it and your light will go on. Okay, so it's not that bad to read. It's not as bad as the older G-shock watches with negative displays. They are getting better and better at it. Okay, I will say that. I got it because I just like this negative display. It just goes with the overall look of the watch. Okay. It doesn't really hamper the function that much, especially if you're using it outside. It's well readable. Okay, but if you do like this watch and you try it out and you like how comfortable it feels, I personally bought another one with a positive display just because I like the feel and the style of the watch so much. And you may wish to do that, but there we go. I just thought this goes with the overall look of the watch. Anyway, officially we'll go through some of the technical specifications that are on their website. Okay, so like I said before, it's got the multiband 6 atomic timekeeping for the radio masts in the USA, and the UK, Germany, Japan and China. It receives the time calibration radio signals, which keeps the time displayed accurate. Okay, it says auto receive function. You can set it to 6 times a day. Or 5 times a day for China. You've got a manual receive function. Okay, like I said, I could just hit the receive button and try and get a signal now. You've got the tough solar power, shock resistant, the 200 meters water resistant, the full auto luminescent backlight with afterglow, the moon data, the moon age of specific data and a moon phase graph, the tidal graph. Okay, tide level for specific date and time, the world time, 31 time zones, 48 cities, and you've got the 4 daily alarms, an hourly time signal, countdown timer, 1/100th of a second stopwatch, and you've got the battery power indicator, power saving function. You've got a button operation tone on and off, so you can actually get you can turn that off, which I think you can do in most G-shocks now. Okay, so you can have that off. You've got the auto calendar, okay, and 12 24-hour formats, and the accuracy is plus or minus 15 seconds per month, and the battery is obviously rechargeable, solar powered. Okay, and it says here that the battery life is normally 9 months on a full charge without further exposure to light. I don't really know about that, because I've had a few G-shocks where the battery life hasn't really lasted all through the winter. Okay, and that's through a summer of down the beach and things like that. So I'd question that anyway. I'd still try and give them as much light as possible, especially in the winter, or just switch to a bog standard wind-up analog watch during the winter. Because a lot of the time they go to medium all through the winter, or even low, and I've had a couple that have very rarely switched off, because they've had, but that's very rarely. We're talking 1 or 2 times out of the 2-3 years I've had these watches, so that's very rare. Okay, and but again, I still wouldn't recommend it if you live in you know, one of the really cold countries where they have hardly any sunlight at all. Okay, I'd stick to an analog watch, but for everybody else, it's absolutely fine. Okay. Anyway, so we'll put it on the wrist. Show you how it looks on the wrist. Okay. There we go. It's a big watch. Okay. It rides high, but it's comfortable. It's very light. You don't really feel that it's on there. It's about 71 grams. Okay. So it's still heavier than Spyderco UK PK. Okay, which is surprising, but there we go. It's very, very light, very comfortable. As I say, those wings, those strap wings, do help with comfortability. Okay, nice strap. Okay, size comparisons. We'll do the size comparison with a small Mudman. Okay, it's larger. Okay, look at the height difference. It's higher, larger, heavier. Okay, but as you can see, just in this lighting conditions, how much easier a positive display is to read. Next to the newer Mudman, I'd actually say they're very similar. I'd probably say the Mudman is just slightly larger display size. Height-wise, though, that's a tough one. I'll probably say again the Mudman just very slightly. Okay, but they're both quite large G-shocks. And then next to the Aviator. Okay, it's actually very similar to the Aviator. Probably a little bit higher, but the face size is very similar. Anyway, that's my review. You can pick one of these up for about £100 or £110. Very good price for a G-shock that has solar power, everything proof kind of watch, very reasonable price. Okay. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, bearing with me. If you've got any more questions and things about the watch or other G-shocks, just put them down in the comments below. Please do that, and rate and subscribe, of course. And once again, thanks for watching. Take care.